What is up, guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you guys are new. Hi, it's Keisha. Nice to meet you all. Get in here because we've got quite a bit to get on into. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about Kayla Malecc, as she has recently come out on TikTok, okay, to expose the hell out of James Charles. And she is finally telling her side of the story, the only side that matters. Let's go ahead and clarify that. And I want you guys to, if you've watched my recent videos, understand that I've been expressing that so many times, that yeah, these people can come out and share certain things, but let's wait for Kayla's story. Let's wait for what it is that Kayla has to say, because I stand with her, and I feel like a lot of people have taken this amazing moment for her, which is justice, and made it about themselves. I mean, James Charles literally coming an hour later after she gets the good news that Evan Johnson is getting sent down and the key is being thrown away, okay? James Charles made it immediately about himself. The day before, he was like, I'm not going to talk about it until after the court case. You didn't even give her time. Very selfish, okay? And I know a lot of people switched up and people are like, oh my God, you know what? James Charles didn't start it. This is a great... What is wrong with you? Anyways, I've dragged you guys enough in my last video. So I'm just so excited to get on into what it is that Kayla has to say, because I know that she's not going to hold back. And I feel like she is probably learning a lot from the situation. I'm not talking about the whole DV. No, I'm talking about in terms of like who you tell certain things to, and also befriending James Charles was never a rookie mistake. Let's just be real. Rookie mistake. But some people have to learn in terms of like knowing who to trust. Again, I'm not talking about in terms of DV. I'm talking about sometimes we do just get it wrong with trusting certain people. You come to someone and confide in them and boom. But hey ho, I don't know what she's about to come through with. All I know is that I've been tagged left, right and center, and you guys won't let me chill. You guys were tagging me at 4 a.m. But why was I up at 4 a.m? Ooh. No, to be fair, I just couldn't sleep, and then I literally was just being bombarded with, like, I was tagged and even on Instagram as well. So I thought we can go ahead. There's several parts. If you guys don't have TikTok, good thing you've got me, because bitch, I'm gonna go ahead and react to it. But also, even people who do have TikTok just want to see me react to it and give my take on it. So we will be doing exactly that. Now, heads up, I've said this already, but if I keep pausing, then bitch, what do you want me to do? Like, this is a commentary channel. We talk and give opinions. So if you think this is just a reaction channel where I'm gonna be nodding and smiling like, yo, this is... No. That's just the heads up. And this video also may be lengthy. That's just my heads up. And also, I speak fast. What do you want me to do? Slow it down for you, babes? What? I love you, but not that much. Speaking of love, I'm gonna be... No, but seriously. Speaking of love and all things love, I'm going to be doing a giveaway very soon on Instagram. So all you have to do is literally follow me on Instagram. It's Keisha_. It will be on the screen. That is all you have to do. Wait for the post to come out. And when it drops, it's coming soon. You guys are going to be in the chance to win some really good goodies. Great goodies, in fact. Let me show you guys some of the things that I've been collecting over the last couple of months. There's a whole bunch of things in here. I've just been collecting it in this big old box. There's a bunch of like tech stuff here, a lot of makeup, skincare, clothes. What else can I see? Body care. Like there's so, I can see like this Morphe lip liner over here. There's so much, and it's going to be an international giveaway. I don't think you guys can see how heavy and sturdy this is right now, but again, I'm still collecting more just because like I just want to give back. You know, why not? Why not? So yeah, there's a bunch of goodies in there, and I still have a lot more things that I want to collect for you guys. There is going to be multiple winners, so don't worry, bitch, I got you. There's not just gonna be one winner, because that's not fun for anyone. So yeah, multiple winners, international giveaway. What else is there for you guys to really know? It's coming soon. All you have to do is just be on the lookout. Show some love on Instagram. That really goes a long way as well. But yes, I will be doing some YouTube giveaways and future giveaways as well. So just be on the lookout everywhere. Just connect with me everywhere. All right? It's really that simple and takes about 10 seconds. So what are you waiting for? All right, guys, I'm tired of yapping. No, I'm not. That's all we're going to do in this video. React and yap. So let's go ahead and get started. I really hope that my screen recording doesn't do me dirty, because it did the other times, and I'm not playing today. Anyways, bitch, I look good. And I'm in a good mood. Don't I look so scrumptious? Anyways, it's not about me. It's about Kayla. Oh my God. But the men made it about them. Guys, let me stop. Let me not be rude. Should I be rude? I want to be rude. F Zach Sellers, F James Charles, but what's new? Like, they have ulterior motives. Like, James Charles is such a selfish person. How can you make something about someone about yourself? And James Charles never takes accountability. I don't know if you guys have clocked it. He never takes accountability, and you guys eat that ish up like, oh my God, but he didn't stutter. Of course he didn't stutter. He's on his 10th apology. Use your brain. God didn't give you goddamn brain cells for no reason. Use it. Use them now. Bro, I get so angry when it comes to this topic, because like, how dumb and gullible can some of you pricks be? And bitch, I ain't talking about you, but if the shoe fits, then bitch, you better lace it up, buckle it up, and let me know what size you wear. Does it have a platform on it, or is it just flat? Also, if you guys are new, I'm a bit of a weirdo, but what's new hair in it? Let me stop. You would think I'm on crack, I'm actually not. But also, does crack even do that? I've thought... Shut up, Keisha, and let's just start. Just start recording the guy go.
Well, I'm sure by now everybody knows about the situation with me and James.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody has told their side of the story, except me. And in my opinion, I was the one fucked over.
Exactly.
So it's only fair for me to tell my side of the story, how I was fucked over. And I wanted to wait a little bit, have a little bit more time to just like relish in the fact that I won in court.
Yeah.
But the response video was posted an hour
Clock it.
after I announced that I won my court case. 1 hour. So I have like all...
Pause. Who gonna check me, bitch? Oh, not you. Let me stop. You guys need to literally clock what's happening here. James Charles is so manipulative, knew exactly what he was doing. The day before, he literally posted on his TikTok story and Instagram story saying he's not going to say anything. He's going to wait until, bro, you literally just gave her an hour and thought, you know what, let me make this moment about me. You never take accountability. Everyone is always in the wrong but you. You are literally at the crime of the scene. Wait, what? You are literally at the scene of the crime every single time. And people are literally eating it up in the comment section. Literally the top comments are like, oh my god, I believe him. Guys, I believe him. You guys believe anything. That's why bad things happen to you. When are you bitches gonna learn? He's on his 10th apology statement. What are we even gonna call it at this point? The same typical James Charles, no makeup, black hoodie. Like, you bitches are so slow. Wake the flip up. If you don't wake up now, then girl, who gonna save you? Not me. I'm giving you your heads up. James Charles is a weirdo. He's creepy. He's very, 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 very smart. And the quicker you guys realize this, the more you'll be able to not be that gullible and fall for James Charles and his madness. Because he's a mad one. Yeah?
Of my bullet points written down next to
Oh,
me.
bullet points?
But
She said, I got time today. Not even daytime, bitch. It's nighttime. She said, oh, bitches wake up.
Like I said, in my opinion, I was the one fucked over here.
Yeah, so. You were. You were, unfortunately.
So to start off, I would not consider me and James to be best friends at all. I don't even think I'd consider us close friends. We've collabed a few times.
He said that.
I went over to his house, what was that, like 9 months ago to help him promote his company online.
I'm just going to stop there quickly, and I'm not going to victim blame or anything. I just want to go ahead and say I'm sure she's learned a lot from this situation in terms of who she trusts and who she does collaborations with and all of that, right? I'm not talking about DV. I'm talking about in terms of friendship and confiding in certain people, and that's a rookie mistake that we all make. So that's not me faulting her. Not too much now, please, okay? But what I will say is, why would you ever want to be friends with James Charles when you know what it is that he's done? And the same thing applies for friends who still are around him and associate with him publicly or privately. I think you're worse if you do it privately because you know the issue and you know why you choose to do things privately. But anyways, I will say, being friends with James Charles, I just never understood the correlation. You're gonna have to learn at some point. That's just what it is.
Text here and there about certain things, but it was definitely not like we were best friends. I like trying to put this into like it's kind of like that one person that's in your class at school that you're like mutuals with. Y'all are like acquaintances.
Yeah.
Like we were acquaintances, but I don't think that excuses anything that happens in my opinion, but that's the best way to describe it. We definitely were not best friends. We were not that close, but we were acquaintances.
Okay.
We were not best friends in any way. But this all starts almost immediately when I made me and Evan's relationship public on TikTok.
It started then?
I posted a video with Evan next to me, and me and James have never DM'd on TikTok. The only previous messages we had on TikTok was us.
I'm nosy. Look at me putting my whole head into the laptop. I'm trying to see some. Okay. Where are you going with this, Kayla? Do not tell me that James Charles has been wanting your man from the beginning, from day dot. Because, bitch, I would go crazy and I'm not even you.
Collab posting from when we would film together when I started my Glow Up series, like I was just talking about. And he, like, sends me my video. I don't know how you do it. Like, he sent me the video, and then under it, he said, "Girl, who is this?"
Yo! I'm telling you right now, when James Charles said that he was just sitting on the couch with Evan, bitch, I ain't buying that. I'm not stupid. And I said, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. And you also didn't deny the fact that you guys... Like, you said that there wasn't any... But there could have been something else. Bitch, I ain't slow. And I clocked that tea straight away. No, you found Evan Johnson attractive. He was a bit of you. And Evan Johnson looks very young, so that's your type, okay? And you like them straight too. Now, from our knowledge, Evan Johnson is straight. I don't know if you... This is genuinely James Charles' type. He has been on your man. Well, he was not your man because he's literally behind bars, because he's literally a criminal. He has been wanting Evan Johnson from day dot. And I knew something didn't make sense. And I said it in my video. I said something, I'm not buying it. You're not denying the fact that other things happen. And also, your motive was because you found him attractive. You met him through Oh, it makes sense. And that's why I said, wait for Kayla's statement. People were eating up his statement like, oh my God, James Charles didn't stutter. Like, I believe him, like he's learned and grown so much. Bitch, what? Bitch, I got time today. Let's go. Because what? How are you going to say, girl, who is this? And then Kayla says, James, oh boy, did I fall in love with a Tennessee man? And then James Charles says, oh God. Girl, who is this? You only say that because you think the person's attractive and because you want to, like, let's be so for real. Like, if I say that to my best friend and it's like, oh my God, who is that person? Like, you guys look good together, or like that person is good looking. Let's just be so for real. Like, let's not be for fake. Let me get cozy for this. Also, yes, I'm wearing shorts, bitch. I got time today. I mean, I had plans, but I can put that. This is insane. And I'm telling you right now, something wasn't making sense. Loser. This makes perfect sense now. It confirms what I was thinking.
This new guy that I met, I think I'm in love. Ha 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 ha. Then a month and a half later,
okay,
he slides up on another video of me and Evan together. We have not DM'd on TikTok since this. And it's a video of us dancing together at Yosemite, and James slides up and says, girl, he's so hot. And I'm just like, ah.
Why? No. I don't want to hear that from you. No. I wouldn't want to hear it from James Charles because I know exactly what that means. That doesn't mean that, oh my God, like, I love you guys together. You guys look so good together. It's giving very much. No, I want. Like no, forget about you, Kayla. That's insane. God, he's so beautiful. OMFG. I would have literally blocked him then and there. And I would have given him the major bombastic side eye. Like, sorry? Wait, do people actually use TikTok DMs? I don't know. I use it sometimes, but it just feels weird. I don't know. James Charles, there is a special place for you, and I'm not going to finish that sentence because that is not my place to be dictating where you go, where you end up. All right? Because I know one special place for you behind bars with an orange jumpsuit. If orange was not your favorite color, it should be. I knew it. God, I knew something wasn't making sense. Let's continue.
Yeah, whatever. Cool. So at that point, that's
he wanted her man.
The only time that we would text.
You would only talk about him.
Him saying how hot Evan was, which is like whatever. I didn't care.
You should have, Kayla. But
whatever.
Okay.
So fast forward to October, and me, Evan, Emma, and Brennan all get invited to a birthday party.
Okay.
We get there, and lo and behold, James is there, and Evan and James
Charles is just like, I don't even know the adjective to describe him apart from monster. But like, I feel like I'm not even doing that justice. Like, I don't think you guys understand how manipulative you have to be to literally sit down, deliberately choose to not wear makeup when your whole thing is makeup, right? You choose to take off makeup so it shows vulnerability and it shows that, I'm stripping back these layers and this is me. This is authentically me. A black hoodie because, bitch, like, why wouldn't you wouldn't make it colorful, because if you wear a colorful hoodie, it looks like you're really excited and you're happy, when in reality you're sad and you just can't believe everyone is accusing you of all these things. You bitches need to wake up. Because if you bought that, I'm kind of laughing at you. I'm so sorry. Where's the text messages between James Charles and Evan? Clock it. He's talking about text messages between him and Kayla, but what we really want to see is the messages exchanges between you and Evan Johnson. How are you just inviting a stranger into your home? Let's be honest, he would have stayed there longer, but you allegedly clocked the tea 2 days in and you said he had to go. What? And you're telling me you didn't do anything with Evan Johnson? Weirdo. You're weird.
You're weird. At this point, obviously, the only thing that's been said is how hot James thinks Evan is, which is like...
And also, Evan even all that... Evan, English, which I'm stuttering. Ooh. Evan ain't even all that. Can we all calm down, please? Let's not lose it over Evan Johnson, all right? Now, Evan Johnson's behind bars, therefore he will not be able to show us what's on his phone, okay? And we know James Charles probably won't, because he's a loser and he's a coward. And what he likes to do instead is literally be vindictive and lie. And of course, he knows that he has very much impressionable followers, young 12-year-olds, 11-year-olds who are like, oh my God, I love James so much. Let's do another makeup challenge. You guys are gullible, but you know, you will learn at some point. But for the adults who believe James Charles, okay. I did tell you guys, let's just wait for Kayla. She's actually the only important person here. But no, these men made it about themselves, including Zach Sellers, wanted to make like wristband and bracelets, supporting, like wanted to raise awareness about DV. We don't need you to raise awareness about domestic violence. That's insane. Like, how did you make a moment about Kayla, about yourself? And I hope that she goes on to expose Zach Sellers. Maybe we're wrong about him, but either way, there's accusations coming out about him, and they're coming out by the second. So, bloody hell, blimey.
So I see James, I say hi to him, and I introduce them to each other. And they're just talking for a fat minute. I don't know what really they were talking about. I wasn't really in the conversation. I was talking to...
Call me possessive, call me crazy. That's not the worst word I could be called. There's worse things, like a flipping criminal. Like a pedo. You know. I'm not having that. Call me crazy, call me possessive. That's completely fine, sure. When I know... Okay, and this is why I'm saying, Kayla, I wish that you didn't befriend him, but you did, all right? There's no way James Charles and my man's going to be speaking. No, because we know James Charles' type. He'll look a certain way, all right? Men who don't really have facial hair, who look very young, very snatched, kid-ish looking, teenager looking, and straight. So therefore, I'm not going to even allow myself to be in an environment. Again, call me possessive. I don't mind. Sure, so be it. I just don't trust James Charles. If you can literally manipulate the internet, you know exactly what it is that you're doing. You are so far in what it is that you are doing that it's just effortless for you now. And that manipulation bitch ain't about to work on me or my +1. Again, say what you want to say, but I would have literally dragged my partner in that moment and been like, okay, let's go and dance. Let's go and do something apart from talk to James Charles, okay? Because Kayla, at this point, you've mentioned that all your interactions have been pretty much about how he's basically firsting over Evan right in front of you. Oh my God, he's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And it didn't just happen once, it happened multiple times. Oh my God, who is that? Someone you don't need to know. I'm telling you right now, James Charles and Evan did a mad one. They did. No, they weren't just watching movies. Bitch, bye. I'm sorry, I'm gagged. I'm sorry. I need a minute. I'm actually shookity shook. Like, I'm sorry that I keep on pausing, but it's because I have thoughts. What do you want me to do? Sit here in silence? No, this is a commentary channel. I have to keep saying that because people are like, Keisha, I love you, but you talk a lot. No. All right, I'll just sit here like this then. I'll just sit here like this, serving face. Let's continue.
Lila, I was talking to my other friends. I was really in the conversation. And I don't know how accurate this is. I was not listening to the conversation.
Okay.
But Evan did tell me after that James was just saying how Evan was the hottest guy at the bar and he was the hottest guy there. I don't know how true that is. I don't know, but that...
Okay. Now, is Evan the most credible source because he's literally a woman beater? Like, is he someone who we want to hear from? Do we believe he's telling the truth here? I don't know. It's very much giving 50-50 here, but there could be truth to that. There could be truth to that. Okay? And she's even saying, I'm not sure how true that is, but if it is true that James Charles said that, which I can also believe, and it is such a shame that I just believe a lot of things that's been said just like that when it comes to James Charles, but it's because you've done that to yourself, right? So, yikes. Hitting on, even if it's not your friend, but you know her and you're in her DMs, James Charles genuinely is desperate. He told you, like, he's desperate. But the desperation didn't stop back in 2021. It continued until 2000. Oh, God, I don't know. Kayla.
That's what I was told James was saying, is just how hot he was. And
I believe that.
I brush it off. Haha, funny, whatever, like... whatever, like, I don't care, you know? But then, 2 months after that, I get another DM from James.
Oh.
On December 17th, I posted a video of us at Hawaii together, and James, once again, our only DM...
He's literally so hot, girl. Oh my God, good for you. I'm pissing her, thank you. Why are you not gassing Kayla up? Why is it like it's giving very much you want him, but it's also giving very much like, oh, you think he's so good looking, but she's not. Why are you not gassing? Why is it no exchanges like you guys look good together? Why is it bruh? Oh, James Charles is down bad, and makes that his whole personality trait. He thinks you're his twin. Girl, bye.
Gems is him once again.
They're both monsters,
like,
sure.
Oh my
they
God,
look the same.
He's so beautiful. So literally, the only DMs we have in the past year is him
about
saying
Evan.
How hot my boyfriend is. Cool, whatever. Just like what the,
what the hell?
This shit now. What the fuck?
Sorry, I'm laughing with her because it's actually like insane.
So funny. I'm just like, what the fuck?
It's insane.
Yeah, like at this point, the only things I've heard is how hot he thinks my boyfriend is. Cool, whatever. So
not cool.
Now from December, it's January.
Okay.
And me, Brennan, Emma, and my boyfriend are
don't know these people,
Hawaii,
by the way. I have a life.
This was the trip that we ended up breaking up, and all of that shit happened.
Okay.
It's about the third night that we're there, and I don't know if I'm allowed to include this. I'm going to anyways, but we're all sitting on the balcony of our Airbnb talking, and Evan starts saying that James is DMing him on Instagram. And immediately I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you DMing James? Like,
yeah.
Immediately I'm just like, fuck no. Like, you're
what
not
is
gonna do
Evan
that.
doing
That's
as well?
weird in my opinion. And at this point, our relationship was basically already over. And even Brennan was like, and Emma were like, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you DMing him on Instagram?
Exactly.
So we look over at the phone, and Evan sends James a picture on Instagram. So, like, you know how you snap on Snapchat? Like, doing that on Instagram, like, sending pictures back and forth. And Evan is like, you should go to Hawaii with us.
What?
And James sends back this.
F Evan, but you guys already knew that. Like, I can't even drag someone who's already behind bars. I can, though. Why are you even, like, you're in, But also, does that mean Evan, I don't care about, like, one sexuality, but I'm guessing he's not fully straight. I don't know.
Saying, like,
ooh!
why?
James, F you. Like, I don't... it's like you kind of had your theory in your mind, but like when someone actually comes out to say, oh, this is actually what happened, you're like, I knew it. But when someone confirms it, it's insane. Okay, receipts, because that's what you call an actual receipt. Everyone's like, oh my God, James Charles showed proof. He's like, you are slow. I'm not gonna drag you guys too much, but just know how I feel about some of you. Obviously not all, but the ones who just don't understand where someone's playing in your face.
I come to Hawaii, and that for the first time is when I was like, what the fuck?
Yes.
And I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure they continued to text throughout the night. I was not like caring enough to go through his phone. I was just like, why are you?
I would have been on the phone to James Charles immediately cussing him for filth, and I've got good ones. I've got good cusses for him too. But you know what? Kayla's not like that, and that's fine. That's not me trying to fault her in any way. But you know when you're just like so caught off guard, you're like, what the flip? And also, it's not just James Charles in the wrong here. It is Evan who was in a relationship with you. I mean, he was already doing you dirty, unfortunately. But like, this is like, I need a minute.
And I just, red flags. It was just so fucking weird. Because mind you, at this point, me and James don't text. Like, me and James aren't even texting like that. James is only texting me to say how hot he is. And now he's sending him snaps over Instagram saying, why should I come to Hawaii?
Desperate.
Like, that's fucking weird. I would only do that if I'm like trying to fuck.
Yes.
Or if I'm trying to flirt, you know? Like, it was just weird. So I don't know if they texted anymore throughout the night. I have no idea.
They probably were when you were sleeping, honey.
I do know that all of their texts are over Instagram.
Okay.
So fast forward, literally 2 weeks past this, me and Evan have broken up. And literally the day after we break up, James texts me. And he basically is asking me and Evan to be a part of this painted commercial video.
Yeah.
And it was supposed to be like me and Evan, and it was like a couple thing, and it was for Valentine's Day. So I respond.
He knew what he was doing choosing you guys. Because I think James Charles, and I'm so smart. The lights are on and someone is home. No, I know what James Charles did here. I think I clocked it. I know what James Charles did here. What he did here, he wanted this specific couple so that he can have a chance to be around Evan Johnson, because he knew that it would be weird and suspicious if he just met up with Evan Johnson. So what he decided to do was have Kayla come along, but probably look for moments to be literally flirting with Evan, maybe touching him, maybe pulling him to the side when Kayla was busy, because we know that when it comes to a lot of these campaigns, there's a whole working team there. So I think that's exactly what his intentions were.
And I'm like,
and I'm not saying allegedly.
I'm sorry, but we just broke up. Ha ha ha. So I text James that
this is only part one.
Broken up, and basically the first thing he says in response,
can I have it now?
Can I have him now?
Yep. And this is what James Charles didn't tell you. Why? Because he just forgot. No. Because he knew exactly what would happen next. You've been exposed as being a bad friend. You've been exposed as being someone who knows someone's in a relationship yet still wanting them. And actually acting on it. You have been in this man's DMs for time. You knew what you were doing when you wanted him and Kayla. I feel like you guys have been going back and forth. Wow. Kayla, I already had respect for you when it came to this whole situation and being so public about the DV and just like sharing your side and everything. But this newfound level of respect that I have for her, you don't even know. Didn't even know who she was before, but unfortunately we had to meet on this terms. But here we are. She did her biggest one, and this is only part one. Bitch, I'm sad.
Just responds, can I have him now? And then was like, ha ha ha, just kidding.
You're not kidding.
What happened?
There's literally truth behind jokes.
I then proceed to tell him that, let me actually read the text word for word.
We've seen them.
Green screen this part, everything else I'm inserting in, but I want to read this word for word.
Okay,
so yeah. Do you want to be in a painted video with your man? I explained that we broke up. I was going to do a 30-part series. And mind you, he is the only person that I told, because this is a day after we officially broke up, he is the only person I told about a, quote, 30-part series that I was going to film about what I went through. He goes, what? I go, girl, he's fucking crazy. And then there we go. What happened? Can I have him now?
What?
Once again, didn't really think much of it, but my senses were a little bit heightened now after the whole Hawaii Instagram DMing situation, but whatever. Then tell him, imagine the worst things a human can do. It would take hours to text, but you'll see this series soon. He then asks again about if I'm actually doing a series, which I'll explain why that has a lot to do with more going on. But he asks again about the series, then says, I'm sorry. And I go, oh, just wait. I gave this man a platform based off his lies and abuse.
No one knew him before.
Wait to heal from it and then clock it, which I did do. And then he goes, shit, I'm sorry, Kayla.
You're not sorry.
You're good, thank you. So that was the last time we texted until he flew.
My laptop is literally overheating. Even my laptop is like, bitch, this is too much.
I made it pretty clear that Evan had fucked me over. I brought up abuse, the worst thing a human can do.
Exactly. She did mention the word abuse, so it's like the fact that you still engage with him.
You did not go into
you don't respect Kayla, and you don't even respect people who deal with DV, and that's just it, point blank, period. You don't. You know, it's all an image thing, because I have 40 million followers on TikTok. I am backed by this people, my PR team. Like, no, you don't. You don't, James Charles. You care until you don't. Right? And I don't think you also care about women. I've said this before. There's a lot of misogyny happening, but you bitches don't want to wake up that tea. This is only part one.
With what I had went through. At this point, like James said in his video, my friends didn't even know, my family didn't even know the full story. Nobody knew the full story. And obviously, I don't expect him to sit there and ask, oh, well, what happened? I don't expect him to do that. I get feeling uncomfortable in that situation. But I need it.
Naturally, would you not just ask? Like, obviously, you're not going to pressure someone to tell you, but wouldn't you be like, hey, if you feel like you want to talk to me about it, I'm here. Like, wouldn't you, like, that should be the energy you're coming with, right? Like, okay, like, if you need a shoulder to cry on, I'm here, we can talk if you want to talk. Like, wouldn't you at least extend that? Even if they didn't want it, you would still extend that naturally if you were a decent person. No? Okay, let's continue.
Crystal fucking clear that I was fucked over in a pretty big way. And holy fucking shit, I do not want to have to make a part two.
You have to, sis.
But I'm at 9 minutes and 47 seconds. So
girl, she's been yapping away, as she should. Because if there's anyone I want to hear yap, apart from myself, bitch, it's Kayla. Wow. Kayla, let's wait for part two. Let's go.
So basically, obviously, I don't expect him to ask me, oh, well, what happened? And I don't expect him to want to know the full story. I get being uncomfortable doing that, but I 100% think that in these messages, I made it crystal fucking clear that
it was abuse.
What he put me through was not okay. It was not normal, and it was an abusive relationship.
Yes, you mentioned the word abusive.
I just think I made that clear. And no, we were not best friends. No, I wouldn't even consider us close. But we were acquaintances, and he knew me
right? Acquaintances
more than he knew Evan. He met Evan through me.
I said that.
I've known James. Like, at the end of the day, he knows me more than he knows Evan. So it's like, with that information, with what I told you, it should have been, okay, I understand, and move on. There should not be a second part to this. It should have ended right there, and then none of this shit would have happened. There wouldn't be a drama. There wouldn't be a fucking, like, this wouldn't be a fucking drama if it ended where it should have.
Exactly.
And in my opinion, if you have good morals, it would have ended there.
Yes.
I know people in my life that I have, like, am acquaintances with, and they would not do that to me, and I would not do that to them. I would not do this to people that I've even collabed with once. I wouldn't do that
exactly.
to somebody. So, in my opinion, it should have fucking ended there. And there should have been no communication between him and Evan past that point. But obviously that didn't happen. So a week after I sent those text messages, me and Evan are broken up, obviously, but we were not on no communication yet. And so this was, I literally, the day before I go live and say that I was in an abusive relationship, this was the day before I officially made it no contact and realized, holy shit, what, like, I wake up, basically. So me and Evan have our final call. And this is when Evan says to me, if you tell people what I did to you, that means you never loved me. That's
shut
when he
up.
said all of that on the phone. It was
Look where you're at now.
But in the beginning of that phone call, while we're talking, he brings up me making a 30-part series. And I immediately am like,
James Charles told him.
Do you know that? And he said a 30-part series.
James Charles told him.
The fucking person that I texted about making a 30-part series was James. James was the only person I told about making a, quote, 30-part series. Once again, I don't know how true this
that was like
he was abusive. He was
James,
like, literally...
James Charles told... I'm telling you now. James Charles told... What? James Charles told Evan to go and make a statement before Kayla. To get in there and denounce everything Kayla said. I'm telling you right now, James Charles did that. Because in Evan's video, he was saying that someone who's constantly... being like, he's constantly in scandals, I don't know, he mentioned something along those lines. So like, obviously it was James Charles. What? What the hell? What the hell, Yante? What the hell, Bailey? What the hell, Barry? Huh?
Like, we literally, like, we all know by now.
James.
But Evan told me that James had sent him screenshots of our messages warning Evan that I was going to make a 30-part series.
Evil.
Once again, don't know how true that is.
Evil.
But it makes fucking sense. Because on the phone, Evan literally said, so are you going to make that 30-part series about me? And in the text messages, once again, in the messages, I quite literally quote, tune in for the 30-part Who the Fuck Did I Marry series.
Oh my god. Like, evil.
The fuck?
That's evil.
Allegedly, apparently, from what I was told, is that
I believe it though.
Right after sending those text messages telling James that we broke up,
that's
James
too specific.
went and DM'd him on Instagram, sent him those text messages to warn him.
Yeah.
And then they started to create a friendship.
Yeah. Evil on another level. Like, everything was already foul. That is evil. I'm so shockety shook. I'm gagged. Which I'm speechless. I mean, I knew I've been waiting for Kayla to come out, but I didn't know. Kayla came through with receipts. Not receipts that benefit her and suit her, but just genuine receipts. I'm gonna faint.
And obviously, that forms to be true when about a month after all of this, I still have not spoken out publicly. The only thing I've done is go on live and say that I was in an abusive relationship. I was not ready to talk about the details of it.
Okay.
Still healing, okay? But I'm scrolling on Snapchat and I see that Evan had posted a Snapchat
at James Charles' house
in the exact area that James lives, in a backyard that looked identical to James's backyard. And immediately I was like, there's no fucking way.
And then James lied in your face.
I had been told that they were DMing. Why are y'all DMing for a fucking month? The fuck?
This is
Well,
horrible.
I text James and actually no, I'll just screen them
See,
again.
this is what James Charles didn't show.
The last time that we texted was me telling him that we broke up, okay?
Okay.
I text him on March 1st saying, "This is so random, hope you're doing good.
We love an honest queen.
Are you with Evan?" He says, "What? Your ex Evan?" Doesn't say yes, doesn't say no. I said, "Yes," posted a picture of your backyard.
Not a good look.
He goes, "Why would Evan be in my backyard?"
Oh, wow. Some people need a slap. Like, respectfully, we do not condone any of that. But someone like James Charles is like, bro, you've never actually been, like, yeah, you've been called out and you've been dragged. But some people, like, how do I say this? Because I know I need to be careful, because obviously we're talking about DV, like this, you know, Evan Johnson, Kayla. But I don't mean it in that way. And look, maybe I shouldn't have said that, I don't know. But, like, if you know what I mean, then you know what I mean. James Charles is the type of person who genuinely will get beat up. Like, if he went to your school, yeah, he would get beat up. This is mad. You would literally get beat up. Or shoved in your locker, which I'm sure is what he got growing up. Because have you seen the way he looked when he was younger? Anyways. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it in that way. But, like, I mean it in a sense where it's like, no, truthfully, at least in my school, okay, I went to an all-girls school, but goodness gracious, if it was mixed, oof, even in an all-girls school, there was madness going on. Some people truly don't stop. Like, and I hate to use that example in this example, so I'm so sorry for that. But if you know what I'm trying to say, then you know what I'm trying to say, okay? Because James Charles is actually, like, has lost the plot, truly. Playing dumb is crazy work.
That he was in his backyard. And that James had flown him out to California.
What?
And they spent the entire fucking weekend together.
I wonder what they were doing.
Spent the entire fucking weekend together. And honestly, if you knew you weren't doing anything wrong, why didn't you just straight up answer my fucking question and say, "Yeah, he's here, we're friends"?
Was that too far?
Do you you know?
Yeah, he was being sus about it. You could have been like, yeah, I mean, James Charles is not going to own up to anything, because when does he own up to anything? He's constantly playing victim. Like, oh, you guys are just constantly making things up. You guys are just trying to take me down. Everyone's just trying to... No, James, you were constantly at the scene of the crimes. You are the common denominator. Isn't that like a Justin Bieber song? Denominator, common... I feel like it is, but I'm glitching. Two things can be true.
You know? And in James's video, he was saying that, oh, well... he seemed depressed and sad and like he needed a friend. I have a lot to say about that, but first thing, if you're just being there for a friend and that you think he's a good person, why do you feel the need to have to lie to me about it? Why do you feel the need to have to lie to me about it? If you truly don't think you're doing anything wrong, why did you lie?
Exactly.
Why did you lie about it? And then also keep it such a secret. Second off, you're being there for a quote friend that is your ex or your friends, acquaintances, ex-boyfriend that I told you was abusive.
Yes.
Like, what the fuck? It's just like,
Kayla woke up today.
It's like, you obviously knew you were doing something fucking wrong if you had to lie to me about it.
Yep.
You know? So, that entire weekend that they're together, I drive past James's house to see if I could see anything, because I was like, I need fucking proof.
Okay, Frilla. What is going on? Sorry. It's not funny. It's not funny. You know, it's so funny about this whole situation. It just gets more intense by the minute. Intense. Like, are we in a thriller? Like, I'm so sorry, Kayla, and I respect you, and I love your bravery. And you know what? You just want a new follower over here, yeah? But my good sis can tell a good story. My good sis can tell a good story. She's got receipts. She's got proof. I'm sat here. I'm not like fidgeting. Because even if I wasn't filming this as a reaction, I would still be like concentrating. I'm not like multitasking. ADHD is not kicking in. Not a single second as it came in.
I know they're together, but I need proof because I'm so pissed. Obviously, don't see anything. And at this point, I'm just... I don't know what's going on. I have no proof, but I have a gut feeling that they are together. That they are hanging out. Fast forward another month. Me and James do not text. Nobody ever comes clean about anything. Nobody says anything, nothing. I release my He Doesn't Love You, and I talk about everything that he had done to me. And me and James still...
I love how her cluster lashes are just like...
He still does not text me and say, hey,
because why would that literally
I'm sorry,
not be me?
doesn't try to explain himself, nothing. And in my opinion, that's because he didn't think he'd get caught. He didn't think I'd find out. So he had no reason to tell me firsthand. And that's why this shit really pisses me off. I end up texting James, asking to FaceTime.
Why is it always Kayla having to like be the bigger person, or like having to like reach out? James, just...
or a segment on my podcast, because Jacob had this funny idea that we were going to FaceTime James, and James is going to be like, ew, Jacob, and then like hang up. It was supposed to be like this funny bit. I could include screenshots. Literally the next text, a month later, after me asking if he had flown my ex-boyfriend out, I literally just say, hey, totally normal conversation. He does not bring it up. Nothing. At this point, I don't have proof to back up my theory. So
also, I'm not going to rewind, but baby girl, why are you still telling James Charles you love him? Because then he's there replying, love you too. Can we just leave the love yous for people we don't love? I don't know.
Cool, whatever. But yeah, he doesn't say anything, acts like everything is normal. So then it is Coachella weekend.
His favorite weekend.
A couple weeks later. And a video is posted exposing James to have flown my ex-boyfriend out to California. The second that this video goes public, James starts to blow up my phone, asking if I'm at Coachella, saying that we need to talk. I immediately already knew what he was talking about. Are you at Coachella? Yeah, I am. Can I talk to you? I shut it down. I don't want to fucking talk to you. He says, I felt guilty for weeks, and I didn't know how to tell you, and I owe the truth. I explained it to you from my mouth, not the Zach.
So how come James Charles left this part out on his video, in his 10-minute video? How come he left out these parts? Are we just picking and choosing what what sounds good as the truth? That's suspicious. Let me continue.
And then you can feel however you want to. To me, it's quite ironic that you suddenly feel guilty about this the second that it's made public.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like,
it's all about image.
Once, like, what do you mean? What do you mean? I text him. I've known for a while, but I saw the proof today. I'm just shocked. There's a ton to explain. I'm annoyed with myself for allowing you to find out this way instead of just telling you myself.
Loser,
I say, okay,
coward,
and then says,
loser.
He manipulated me as well, and I fell for it. To when
everyone is always manipulating James Charles. Every statement that he's ever put out, by sisters, Atati, everyone is constantly manipulating James Charles, huh? Like, bruh, at some point, take accountability. At some point, it's you. It costs you nothing to take accountability, you know? Jeez, we're tired. If you weren't tired before, I'm sure you were tired. We're tired.
I got so pissed off. How did you get to the point for him to manipulate you? I told you he abused me the day we broke up.
Clock it.
And you texted him that day that I told you that. But I'd rather talk to you about this tomorrow. You met him because he was my boyfriend.
Clock it.
After that, James did try to reach out multiple times. He wanted to meet up and talk, and I'll give him credit for that.
No, but because it's out.
I can tell he feels guilty. He was blowing me up.
Don't give him no credit.
For days and days after
He's
that.
A grown man. He's 26.
Just a lot of stuff. I personally decided not to respond. I decided not to meet up with him because...
Clock it. Well done.
Quite frankly, what the fuck do you have to say? And after waiting for him to come out with his response video, I'm honestly happy I didn't meet up with him.
Well done. Well done. I love that.
It clears up nothing for me. What happened, happened.
Big up Kayla. Big up Kayla.
He was my abusive ex-boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to make a part fucking 3. Oop. Jesus fucking Christ. Once again, not on the payment program. I'm not doing this for money. I literally am not making a dime from this. Once again, just clocking the fucking T.
But even if you were, girl, I wouldn't even fault you or say anything bad about you. How many parts are there? Oh goodness gracious me.
I'm just gonna end this here. I just think it's a load of bullshit. And watching the apology video quite literally pissed me off even more.
It would.
Because I can genuinely appreciate to where you now feel guilty.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that you still support him. I don't think that at all. I know once I posted the proof, you probably dropped him. I'm not doubting that. It's the fact that my word was not believed. My text messages of me saying that it was abusive, that he did the worst things a human could possibly do, those were taken lightheartedly. And then you went and DM'd him and formed a friendship with my ex-boyfriend, believed everything he was saying about being depressed and suicide, and you wanted to sit there and be there for him, and you believed everything that came out of his mouth.
Exactly. But you didn't check in on Kayla. You didn't check in on Kayla. You didn't believe her. That is crazy.
How are you going to sit there and take everything to heart that my ex-boyfriend is saying that you met through me, but not what I'm saying, that makes zero fucking sense. You know what I'm saying?
I would be angry. I would be fuming.
I'm just like salty. Ew, that was so cringy to say. Like, genuinely, do I just sound bitter?
I like Kayla. I don't know too much about her, but like, she seems to be quite mature, and I feel like she's learned a lot of things.
That if I did not find out through TikTok, and if this shit was not made public, I do not think I would have ever found out. I don't think I ever would have received a "I felt guilty for weeks" text. I don't think I would have gotten that at all. I don't think so either.
So we're on the same page with that.
Or he would have owned up to it and texted me about it if it had not been made public. And I think there's proof to that because he kept it a secret literally up until he went public with it. And then also it does leave a bad taste in my mouth that, listen, I get it. If your name's being slandered and you want to clock that shit, fucking clock it. I get it. But to do it an hour after I win the court case is fucking crazy, in my opinion. An hour, 1 hour after I announced that I win the court case, here's a 10-minute video, and all my comments are now flooded with, "Did you see James's new video?"
I saw those comments, yeah.
You couldn't even wait till the fucking 8th?
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy to me. And I get it. You wanted to clear the air. I get that.
You didn't do a good job.
But to not even wait 3 hours? Not even an hour and a half? What the fuck? I mean, at that point, damn. Sorry. I'm just like, I'm crashed out. Like, it has been so hard to sit here and not say fucking shit when all of this is going on, and then seeing the apology video. I don't know. I just have a lot of thoughts.
Is it an apology video?
I don't think this is like a pick sides thing. I don't think there's sides in this. It's just a story. I bet you got goosebumps, maybe because I'm cold. James fucked up, and he fucked me over, and it was a shitty thing to do. Do you find it interesting, though, that James posted conversation receipts with everybody? Me, a clip from my sister's live
but not
stream,
Evan.
like everybody's receipts,
but not Evan,
except for his Instagram DMs with my.
I said it. I said it. You know, we just write about something.
They're not already deleted, and I don't know. I think the timing of everything was weird. I think the receipts were odd. That's basically my side of the story. They had been DMing in Hawaii.
I bet it feels good to kind of like get that off your shoulders.
James would only DM me to say how hot he was. Apparently,
James Charles has got serious problems, but I'll tell you that later.
Worthy my abusive ex was, but
he don't care about women. I told you, he's misogynistic.
James had DM'd him the day that we broke up, so I don't know. And also, I do think it is fishy to create such a friendship with somebody off of being attracted to them. Because I don't know what the fuck they would have in common, besides the fact that James thought he was hot. And then to fly him out, I don't know.
She's clocking it. And I love that for her.
I don't know if I could think a guy was really hot, fly him out, and just like want a friendship. I don't fucking know. There's just so much in my head. But yeah, no.
Flying someone out is crazy. Don't get on your point.
Story. I appreciate acknowledging how you feel guilty. I appreciate acknowledging what you did.
I don't even appreciate that.
I don't think that would have happened at all if you hadn't been caught for it. But yeah. That's my side, and I don't fucking know what else to say. Holy fucking shit, this has been like the hardest thing to keep my mouth shut on.
I could imagine.
But yeah, this was
it's out. The secret's out.
I thought it was only going to be a 10-minute video, but holy fucking shit. A bitch is pissed.
This was posted 9 hours ago. I was probably
and
sleeping,
I just wanted to sit here
snoring.
And relish in the court shit, but for some fucking how, James made this like a drama. Or James.
Okay, but sis, what do you have to say about Zach Sellers? Is he telling the truth?
Like, what the fuck? So yeah. I'm still trying to process winning court, let alone all
you did that.
Bullshit.
You ate that like one little thing up. You ate. you did your biggest, Kayla.
I don't fucking know, y'all. This shit is just as confusing to me as it is.
And bitch, I wouldn't know either if I was you. I mean, I know, but I wouldn't know what to do next. But I know what I know, but I wouldn't know what to do next with what I know. So I get you.
I don't. Oh, also, I don't know what the fuck happened while they were in LA. I'll never fucking know the truth.
Ooh.
But
Yeah,
I know,
you wouldn't, because Evan's behind bars.
I don't know. I'm just
Locked
gonna stop
up.
talking.
Please don't let him
I could
out.
honestly talk about this for hours. I could literally go on about this for hours.
I know you could, girl.
Love y'all.
Love you more, I guess. Bye. Can we stop telling people we love them if we don't love them? Like, I'm tired of just seeing that message exchange. Love you, and James Charles say love you too. Girl, you don't love him. You there's one more video we're gonna watch. Just one more video, just one more, and then I got to go. Okay. But final video we're gonna watch is Kayla.
What do you mean?
I did.
Huh?
What?
Why should I come? With your big head. Let me stop. Should I? Wow. Shout out to Kayla for doing her biggest one. Shout out to Kayla for being vulnerable and honest. And I told you guys, anyways, the only opinion that matters is Kayla. I would love to know what she thinks about Zach Sellers. I know that Zach Sellers was there when she came out of court. Zach Sellers was saying that he went to buy the whole family food because he feels like he just needs, he just wants to do a good thing. Boy, shut up. Like, constantly gloating about what it is that you've done is actually insane. But maybe I'm asking for too much, but Kayla, if you ever come across this video, yeah, I would love to know what you think of Zach Sellers truthfully, because there's so many accusations coming out about him. Mine is coming out to say that Zach Sellers is creepy, he would send me money, he would do this, he would do that, and I was only a child. But yeah, anyway, James Charles is 26 years old. He should have known better. I didn't do better, therefore something needs to happen. Like, it's really as simple as that. We're tired of we're tired of the whole 9 lives thing, constantly giving people a slap on the wrist. It's like, no, because this would not have run for other people that look like this. Let's be so for real. But some people do get 9 lives, and it's just crazy. I don't think that Hollywood or a lot of people in the industry see this as a crime. They will probably watch Kayla's series and still hang out with James Charles. And to all of you people, I say F you, truthfully, because if he can do that to her, imagine what he can do to you. All right? James Charles really tried to flip it, bop it, turn it. It didn't work. It didn't work. There was things that I was like, okay, hey, but I'm trying to see them text messages between you and Evan. Now, we know Evan is not going to put them up, because I wonder where he is. You are disgusting. You are a monster. And if anybody, and it's crazy because people were switching up and were like, you know what, I'm going to go and subscribe back to James. You're disgusting. You are part of the problem as well. It's no wonder he feels like he can get away with these things, because you guys constantly, I'm like, I'm going to follow. What? What happened to morals and integrity? You, like, flip-flopping is crazy. Flip-flopping is crazy, especially at your grown age. But anyways, guys, I do think James Charles has something wrong with him. It's not me just making this passing comment, by the way. It's actually, it might be a sickness. I'm being so for it might be this thing where he just can't control himself with minors. And I think that people who do that deserve to be somewhere. I wonder where. It has to be a sickness where you just can't stop yourself. It's an addiction, it's something. It's them brain chemicals or something. You need very calculated and evil. And I told you this already in my videos. It doesn't matter how many layers of foundation or concealer you wear, bitch. We see right through it. We see right through it. I mean, at least the sensible ones who actually realize, I'm not going to be too quick to believe James Charles. And I said this before, like, James Charles can come out with his statement, but excuse me, give me a minute or two if I'm just not going to side with a pedo. Like, I just don't typically favor pedos. I don't typically want to listen to what a pedo has to say. But of course, for the series, let's just hear him out, right? But ultimately, the only story that matters is Kayla. And she's young, and she has had to grow in the situation, and has had to realize a lot of things. And I hope that she has a really good support system around her and people who are not users. And I hope that she can heal, maybe even take some time off social media. I don't know. Maybe she wants to keep going with social media. Maybe it's helping her get through all of this. But ultimately, Kayla, you did your big one. And James Charles he's already constantly been exposed every year, let's be honest. But this one, it's like, boy, you really tried to flip it you really tried to come to your audience and make it seem like you were innocent. And like how, people are always trying to manipulate. No, you've done that to Kayla. And he makes you a horrible friend, a nasty person. Ugh. I don't know how brands still want to work with him, truthfully. I don't get it. I don't know how people are still buying Painted. Painted? Bitch, let me not cuss you out today because I've got places to be, darling. But anyways, let me know your thoughts and opinions. Wow. We got through it. This is a very lengthy video, nearly 1 hour. I'm gonna go now, but leave your thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section, and I'll catch you guys real soon for a brand new video. Bye. What the hell? What the helly?